Hello there, and welcome to another video. On the last one, I asked what video you all wanted to see next, and this one got a lot of votes. So today, I will be sharing some of the ways I memorized Korean vocabulary throughout the years of my studies. And if you know any other techniques that I didn't mention, share them in the comments and help us all out. Now let's get started. First method is to put words into context. What I mean is to take that word you're learning and put it into a sentence. Instead of just writing lists of random words, try your best to put them in a sentence. That way, you know how the word is used in real life and it'll be easier to remember. This is my favorite method for helping words stick. The sentences can be super simple or they can be super complex. Just do it to the best of your abilities. Another method I used often is to associate the vocab word with a picture instead of a translation. This is also a method I really like because when I removed translation from my language learning process, I slowly but surely began to think in Korean. I believe most flashcard apps will allow you to add a picture, but if you prefer writing and drawing, you can do that as well, like I'm doing here. I'm a cute little apple. I learned this method while I attended a Korean language school. We were not allowed to speak in our native language, and in the beginning the teachers used lots of pictures to explain things to us. And I found it was much easier to recall a vocab word without depending on my native language, English. Next up is flashcards. Now I know most of us know this already, and at times it can be really boring. But flashcards are so helpful in remembering foreign words, and that repetition helps you figure out what information you can remember easily and what needs additional effort. Then you can focus your energy on the more difficult words. I also like to consider flashcards as the warm-up to my study sessions. Some of the flashcard apps you can try are Quizlet, Smartcards, Anki, or just use paper flashcards if that's what you prefer. Although it's super simple and sometimes boring, this is just something you really can't skip. Now let's take a moment to introduce you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. I've worked with Skillshare a few times in the past because I truly love learning something new every day. I've taken classes on subjects such as photography, freelancing, and I've just tried an American Sign Language class that I've been enjoying so far. With a Skillshare membership, you get more than just classes. You can create real projects and get support from other lifelong learners. Classes like these will help you stay inspired and accomplish real growth. One class I'm taking now is called DIY Product Photography, Style and Shoot Creative Stills by Rachel Gulota and Daniel Inskeep. As I'm starting my own brand on a budget, I really enjoyed the DIY aspect of this class. You'll never see an ad and new classes are always being added. So, as a gift to you, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. And thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Next, I want you to focus on words relevant to you. So if you're someone who is just visiting Seoul, South Korea, and want to learn enough Korean to get by on your vacation, then learning the names of house furniture won't be useful for you, and you'll pretty much be wasting your time and energy. You should focus on survival phrases and words instead. Or if you're someone who someday wants to become fluent or advanced, pay attention to the words you use in your native language. For example, I consider my level intermediate, but I still don't know the names of colors. I know white, black, and red, but the others I never learned because I knew I don't really talk about colors in my everyday life. Those are words I rarely use. Is this making sense? So what I'm saying is, learn words that you need and don't spend much time on the unnecessary. This way you'll be more motivated to memorize these words because you have a clear goal in mind. Me personally, I'm more of a hands-on learner, so I feel like I remember words a lot better when I write them down. And I feel even more confident in remembering a word if I write it over and over and over. Writing by hand forces your brain to process information in a more detailed way, which helps you successfully load that information into your memory. And since Korean has a writing system that I am not used to, I feel like it is especially helpful to continue writing it over and over to make sure I get the correct spelling and just get used to how it's written, you know? And lastly, I want you to keep in mind that there isn't a magic trick or a shortcut to memorizing vocabulary words. You just have to find a method that works for you and work hard to reach your goals. Set realistic expectations and you'll do great. I believe in you, so don't give up. Although we're all in different levels and it can be hard at times, we're in this together, okay? With that being said, thank you for watching my video, and if you want, you can check out my last video and subscribe to see more. That is all for today. 안녕 친구들. 다음 시간에 만나요.